bulb, and then emergency shut off going to an AC unit.
My name is Rylan Robinson. I attend K-Tech, and I'm in an HVAC program. What this is a out layer of a house diagram. So Mr. Frank, our instructor, he gives us a diagram of where all the ducts and plenum should go in the boxes. And all before this, all this stuff at the top was all taken down and it was all on the ground. And so me and another student, Austin, we came up here and we had our diagram and we had to put all the boxes and make sure they're the right length so it can pull out the correct air and intake the correct air. And basically on the top, all the plenums are connected to the boxes, which helps get the air through it. And while we were up there, we have to duct tape, we have to strap them all together so it doesn't come loose or anything while it's up there. And when we're up there, we have to make sure that we're doing it correctly, because if we're not doing it correctly, it could mess up a lot of the stuff about the house. And over here is the main system where we had to connect all the duct to it, because that's what makes it all run throughout the whole building. And while we're out here, we have to work with the electricians because sometimes they could be in the way. We just have to get past them. But that's basically more about it. So this is HVAC at Marshall Technical College. I really enjoy it and like it, and I think it's a good place to come out and check out.
Hi, did you hear that? Was all good? Making sure. Okay, awesome. So yeah, like we saw in the video, we explored a little bit. The HVAC program at K-Tech is incredibly in-depth and detailed, and it's super helpful because, as I'm sure you know, living around Florida, heating, ventilation, and AC is a thing we use every day because, it gets really hot, especially during the summer. So I think the biggest strength of our HVAC program here at K-Tech is how in-depth and trained our students get firsthand. As you saw, we have a full-scale house ventilation mock-up available for them to use, and 2 large-scale chillers that are used actually to cool the entire Marshall Technical College campus. So it's incredibly detailed, incredibly involved, and it's very thorough. And by the time kids graduate, they receive certifications in a host of heating, ventilation, air conditioning companies, like distributing and installing the tubing that you saw, because a lot of that is very serious work, and if it's done incorrectly, it can be dangerous for both the worker and the customer. So if you guys have any questions about HVAC, if not, I can continue talking about it a little bit or talk more about the school in general. Is that good? All right, so yeah, so beyond HVAC, here at Wendell, Krinn, and Marshman, we host 13 other technical-based programs, all of which are helpful in getting an immediate jump right into the workforce. That's why I truly believe it's a great place to come. Beyond that, so this program we are a high school based thing. If you were to contact Marshall Technical College, they have adult education as well, and that's where continuing education as an adult. But yeah, there are adults. This is an adult section of the program, but through Wendell, Krinn and stuff, it's a high school learning, and then after you graduate, you can go straight into the workforce. But yeah, adults continuing education. Yeah, contact Marshall Technical College to learn about that. So that's definitely a good question. A lot of our students actually graduate from high school and continue in the adult program to finish out their certs and stuff and get all their hours needed to graduate. So yeah, that's a good question. Do you have any more questions? Here, 1 second. Let me just move my computer over because we're lots of people talking in one room. Hold on 1 second. Hi, sorry about that. We have a lot of people all in one big room because we're doing all these small breakout rooms within one area. Yeah, so the thing about the HVAC program I think is really important, and I think it'd be totally helpful if you were wondering about continuing education, is it really is a great Kickstarter from you can learn the program and then immediately after learning it in 2-3 years, be ready to jump right into the workforce and get there. There's no complicated procedure and stuff. It's just learning, and then you get to put it to use with on-job training, which is also offered through Marshman. A little more about Wendell Krinn itself as a high school. Beyond just the HVAC program, the other programs we also host a bunch of dual enrollment classes. So students that are taking here have the opportunity to work with Pasco Rando State College to get college credits early, which is incredibly valuable because it allows for you to get a head start and save some money on college. Linda Brantley, let me just admit her. Sorry about that. I'm just admitting somebody to the room real quick. One second. We're just going to wait for Miss Brantley to connect here. Sorry about that. 1 second. But yeah, like I was saying about Wendell Krinn as a school overall, it's an incredible opportunity for students who are looking to master a trade early, get a head start, and then jump right into working. That's what a large majority of our students do. But that's not to say that there aren't a lot of university tracks that are also available to our students. So most kids are still perfectly ready to jump right into university and college and so on and so forth, as opposed to just going right into a workforce, which the HVAC program in particular it's a really incredible workforce opportunity, as opposed to maybe furthering your education. That's not as necessary with our program. You can jump.
I went ahead and admitted her. Why don't we run the video one more time?
Yeah, 1 second. Let me just share it up. Hold on. 1 second.
We're going to walk around and I'm going to show you some of the things that we do in HVAC. This is a 220 electrical distribution panel, and here, this is not live. This is for educational purposes only, but we are able to learn how to wire a emergency shut off here, and then we are able to learn how to wire a light switch going to a light bulb, and then an emergency shut off going to an AC unit.
My name is Rylan Robinson. I attend K-Tech, and I'm in an HVAC program. What this is a out layer of a house diagram. So Mr. Frank, our instructor, he gives us a diagram of where all the ducts and plenum should go in the boxes. And all before this, all this stuff at the top was all taken down and it was all on the ground. And so me and another student, Austin, we came up here and we had our diagram and we had to put all the boxes and make sure they're the right length so it can blow out the correct air and intake the correct air. And basically on the top, all the plenums are connected to the boxes, which helps get the air through it. And while we were up there, we have to duct tape, we have to strap them all together so it doesn't come loose or anything while it's up there. And when we're up there, we have to make sure that we're doing it correctly, because if we're not doing it correctly, it could mess up a lot of the stuff about the house. And over here is the main system where we had to connect all the duct to it, because that's what makes it all run throughout the whole building. And while we're out here, we have to work with the electricians because sometimes they could be in the way. We just have to get past them. But that's basically more about it. So this is HVAC at Marshall Technical College. I really enjoy it and like it, and I think it's a good place to come out and check out.
So yeah, that was our HVAC video. Just helpful to get to see firsthand. Those are both high school students. I believe they're 11th graders, so they're showing off. That's the stuff that you're already starting that young. So it's a really great opportunity to learn all the ins and outs of a technology that we use almost every day here in Florida. In AC, it's actually a lot more complicated, and we just take it for granted sometimes. So it's a great opportunity. You have any questions? Yeah, so in a majority of our programs here at K-Tech, they offer industry certifications. I believe HVAC is no different. There's I know for fact that they offer a safety certification that's required to begin working, and then you also complete on-job training as well within the HVAC program. So certifications are definitely a huge part here at K-Tech, and that is actually something we push a lot because it's a way for students to have an immediate foot in the door, so to speak, when it comes to getting into their industry directly after finishing just their couple of years of high school, 4 years of high school, as opposed to having to go through actual college or further education like that. So industry certifications they're definitely a big draw point here at K-Tech. And I believe a majority of our programs, including HVAC, offer some to some degree, or some form of on-job training, which is also, helpful when it comes to setting a name for yourself within an industry. Anything else? So beyond HVAC, like I was talking about a little bit earlier, there's the just that, because this actually kind of ties into what you said, industry certifications, and Wendell Krinn as a school at all, and we work in conjunction with Marchman Technical College. That's where our HVAC program, it's heating, ventilation, AC. That's where that program is hosted. We're huge on both kids getting, a jump start into industry in the workforce, be it through heating, ventilation, or automotive industries. And then there's the opposite side where kids, where we have biomedical and robotics programs. So kids are getting started on further education through university and colleges as well. So it's really, it suits everybody here at K-Tech. So it's a big draw. It's a big draw for a lot of kids. There's something for everybody here. Yeah, so tonight it's really, I'm glad every year we host these Pasco Pathways events, and it's really helpful because a lot of people don't exactly know the true meaning of what we do here at K-Tech, and I think it's important because going forward in the future, it'll be really good to have a lot of specialized trained hands working in all of these different areas, heating, ventilation, automotive, we have marine service, welding, so good industry, hardworking, good training early. So, these people prepared, we're in good hands for tomorrow. You know what I mean? Any further questions, or is that about it? Yeah, like our sponsor here said, thank you for attending. We have questions. There's the email right there, Pasco Pathways Expo at pasco.k.fl.us. Any questions? Yep, thanks for coming.